All right, settle in, because today on the deep dive, we are taking quite a plunge into the world of watches.
Mm-hmm.
Our focus, it's the Micromilspec Milgraph white dial watch. It's a new release, getting a lot of attention.
It really is.
And our mission today, really, is to unpack exactly why this watch pulls off this sort of effortless, cool,
Yeah.
it blends style with some really serious engineering. We're pulling insights straight from a pretty detailed review.
And it's a great case study, actually, because in watches, sometimes it's the subtle things, the small changes that have a massive impact.
Yeah.
We're going to look at how just swapping the dial color, which seems simple, can really lift an already impressive watch to, well, a whole new level. Redefining that effortless, cool idea, especially for a tool watch.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's unpack this. The first big takeaway from the review, this new white dial.
Yeah.
Micromilspec swap the original black for this crisp white. And it's not just them. The review notes this is kind of a growing trend.
It is,
So what's the immediate visual impact here?
Yeah. Well, what's really clever is how they've handled the contrast. They kept the bright orange accents from the original model.
Ah, okay. Like the Milgraph name.
Exactly. The name, the tips of the chronograph, seconds hand, the GMT hand, it's all this high-vis orange.
Right.
But against that clean white, they really pop. It just pushes the legibility way up.
So it's functional too, not just looks.
Precisely. It's a nod to its tool watch DNA, even though it looks maybe a bit more fashionable now. It's a functional upgrade, really.
That makes sense. And speaking of aesthetics, that integrated rubber strap looks great.
It does, textured finish.
White's standard for this version, but you can get black or orange too, right?
Yeah. Options are there if white isn't your thing, or if you want to switch it up.
Okay, so beyond the looks, this is where it gets really interesting. The build, the functional design. Let's start with the case.
Right.
It's 42 by 15 millimeters.
Okay.
Made of microblasted grade 5 titanium.
And that microblasted just means it has that nice, fine matte finish. No shiny stuff here.
All right, and grade 5 titanium, that's lighter and significantly harder than stainless steel, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big difference. And choosing grade 5, it's not just about weight or hardness. It signals something more.
What do you mean?
Well, grade 5 titanium is notoriously difficult to machine. It takes more precision, more investment.
Oh.
So using it tells you they're serious about quality, about durability. It bumps up the perceived value. Plus, the lightness. That's huge for comfort, especially on a 42-millimeter watch.
Less wrist fatigue.
Exactly. And being harder means it resists scratches and dings much better, which is, exactly what you want in a watch designed for getting knocked around a bit.
Makes sense. Now the crown. It's heavily guarded screw down.
Yeah, essential for that 200-meter water resistance. Seals it up tight.
But the placement is unusual. It's on the left side. Why do that?
That's actually a really thoughtful design choice. It's mainly ergonomics and safety. Well, putting it on the left means it's much less likely to dig into the back of your wrist, especially if you're doing something active, flexing your wrist a lot.
Yes.
Less discomfort, less chance of it snagging.
Okay, I can see that.
And there's a neat safety feature, too. See that red ring? That little red band becomes visible if the crown isn't fully screwed down. It's a visual warning, basically.
Oh, smart. So you don't accidentally flood it.
Exactly. You'd be surprised how often people forget to screw the crown down properly. It's a small detail, but it can save the watch. Real peace of mind.
Definitely. Okay, next up, the bezel. It's a 60-minute unidirectional one.
Standard dive watch feature turns only one way for safety.
But this one has those 4 big indents. Makes it easier to grip, apparently, even with bulky gloves. Micromilspec calls it the quad grip bezel.
Quad grip. Sounds serious.
It does, but does it actually make a difference in practice? Those indents.
Oh, absolutely. They genuinely improve the grip, especially in wet conditions or, with gloves. It makes the bezel much easier to operate precisely when you need it most.
And does the look remind you of anything? The review mentioned a comparison.
Yeah, it definitely has echoes of the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Everest, that sort of rugged, functional look with pronounced bezel grips. It underscores that utility-first design.
Gotcha. And finally, for the display, the lume. It uses Superluminova X1.
Which is known for being incredibly bright. The source called it some of the brightest lume around. So great visibility in the dark, too.
Okay, so we have this tough case. Thoughtful ergonomics, great visibility. What's actually making it tick? Let's talk about the movement.
Right, the heart of the matter.
It's a Swiss-made Joux-Perret LJP L121. Automatic Chronograph GMT. That sounds pretty complex.
It is, and that's kind of a big deal. Joux-Perret makes some excellent movements, and this one is particularly significant because of those dual complications.
Chronograph and GMT.
Exactly. The review compared it to having both Vacheron Everest watches in one.
Because Vacheron has separate models for those functions.
Right. They have the Overseas Dual Time, which is like a GMT, and the Overseas Chronograph. Micromilspec packed both types of functionality, timing events, and tracking a second time zone into this single watch.
Wow.
So it's not just a style choice. It positions the Milgraph as a really serious, versatile tool watch.
And the chrono function itself.
It's comprehensive, measures up to 12 hours. You've got subdials for the chrono hours and minutes, plus running seconds. And crucially, they're all clearly labeled on the dial. Makes it very practical to use.
No guessing what subdial does what.
Nope. And the GMT function tracks a second time zone using that 24-hour scale on the inner bezel. Again, really clearly implemented.
So how does this all translate for, the person wearing it?
It means huge practical value. If you travel, the GMT is fantastic. If you just like timing things accurately, the chronograph is there. It's utility.
And the performance of the movement itself.
Very solid. It's regulated to ±4 seconds per day, which is excellent precision, well within chronometer standards. And it has a 60-hour power reserve.
So it'll keep running for 2.5 days off the wrist.
Pretty much. Reliable, convenient, just what you want.
All right, let's talk availability and price. How do you get one?
Okay. The price is $3,850, and it's available now directly from Micromilspec's website.
Okay. But there's a catch with exclusivity, right? Limited numbers.
There is. This white dial version, only 75 pieces per year starting this year.
75? That's not many.
No, it's quite limited. And interestingly, they're also upping the production of the original black dial version. That used to be 50 pieces a year, now it's also 75 a year going forward.
So same rarity for both now. Why so limited, though?
Well, the context here is that the white dial was specifically created to celebrate Micromilspec returning to Geneva Watch Days this year. They debuted last year.
Ah, so it's kind of a commemorative piece.
Exactly. That limited production tied to that specific event definitely adds to the desirability, the perceived value. It makes it feel a bit more special, like a collector's item right out of the gate.
And that feeds into the whole effortless cool idea.
I think so, yeah. It reinforces it. It's not mass-produced. It's curated, high quality, somewhat scarce. It doesn't need to shout. It just confidently is.
The review had a great line about that. Something like, a lot of watches try very hard to be cool, but few pull it off as effortlessly as the Milgraph. And that's especially true of this white dial version.
That sums it up pretty well.
But thinking about that, does the white dial, especially with those bright orange bits, maybe limit its versatility? Can you really dress this watch up? Or does that effortless cool let it work anywhere?
That's a fair question. I actually think the effortless cool helps it bridge that gap.
How so?
Because it's not trying to be a dress watch, and it's not just a rugged tool watch. It has this confident capability baked in.
Yeah?
The titanium, the complex movement, the sharp design with the white and orange. It all works together.
It doesn't feel out of place.
Right. It feels authentic whether you're wearing it with, hiking gear or maybe business casual. It's not trying too hard in either situation. It's just a really well-executed, stylish, capable piece, form and function and harmony.
Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up, the Micromilspec Milgraph white dial, it really hits a sweet spot. Striking looks with that new dial, a properly robust build, thoughtful details like the crown and bezel.
Yeah, the engineering is solid.
And that impressive dual complication movement inside.
Definitely, the whole package.
So if we look at the bigger picture here,
yeah.
I think this watch really shows how sometimes a seemingly small change, just the dial color, when it's applied to something already well-engineered and well-designed, can unlock its full potential.
It elevates the whole thing.
Exactly. It's not just putting lipstick on a pig, so to speak. It's a subtle refinement that clicks with the core design and just makes it better, more appealing. It elevates its status.
That's a great point. So for you, the listener, here's something to think about. This idea of subtle refinement, strategic enhancement. How could that apply beyond watches?
Think about designs in your own life. Products, experiences, maybe even systems. What existing good design with just one key change could potentially transform into something truly great, maybe even effortlessly cool?